Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know What the News You Trust studio, sponsored by the Family Forest Carbon Program, where we help family forest owners get paid to improve the health of their woods. Lots of things going on today that can drive the markets. Let's start off with down on the border. We have closed the border to bison, horses, and cattle due to the rapid spread northward of the New World screwworm. So that's one announcement that will affect cattle. World Ag supply and demand numbers will be out at midday today, so we'll get to see what the real numbers look like. There are some early forecasts, but we'll see where they go from there. And then world shares and U.S. futures surging after the U.S. and China announced they were suspending for 90 days most of the sharp tariff hikes each has imposed since U.S. President Donald Trump began escalating this trade war. A joint statement said that for a 90-day period, the U.S. will cut tariffs on Chinese goods to 30% from as high as 145. China said its tariffs on U.S. goods would fall to 10% from 125. The agreement to allow time for more talks followed weekend negotiations in Geneva, Switzerland, that the U.S. side said had made substantial progress. The full impact on the complicated tariffs and other trade penalties enacted by Washington and Beijing remains unclear, and much depends on whether they will find ways to bridge long-standing differences during the 90-day suspension. Let's hope they do. Today's weather brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Here's the forecast.
Clouds continuing to rotate north here this afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick forecast update for you. We've got that big disturbance sitting down to the south, kind of cut off from the jet stream or rotating slowly through. Those clouds are going to be coming up, eventually triggering some on-again, off-again scattered rain shower action overnight tonight through tomorrow. I think we're talking very, very light, few hundreds to a few tenths, but I think we can see a refiring tomorrow afternoon and evening, and we even see this moisture linger into Wednesday. Dry day on Thursday with strong south winds ahead of our next frontal boundary. That front shows up Thursday night into Friday, bringing rain and thunderstorms. I'm Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. The National Association of State Departments of Agriculture, NASDA, congratulates the U.S. and the United Kingdom on releasing a trade agreement that aims to enhance trade relationships and open new market opportunities for both countries. NASDA CEO Ted McKinney said this agreement marks a significant step forward for U.S. farmers and ranchers and United Kingdom agriculture and consumers as well. We applaud the leadership of both governments in forging a partnership that opens new markets to both countries. And a quick look at technology. New technology could help beef packers achieve more consistent quality grading and deal with ongoing labor issues as well. The use of camera grading in beef processing isn't new, but the actual type of camera being used could make a difference to packers. Upper Iowa beef producer supervisor says this new camera technology will allow them to be able to keep a small packing plant going because the camera is much smaller and it is portable. The remote camera grader will allow them to have more than one person trained to use the technology, which would allow the USDA employees in the plant to be doing other inspections. They say it's similar to when the NFL goes to some other location for another opinion on what they see on the screen. That's kind of what they'll be doing. In one location, they'll be taking the camera images of the ribeye. At another location, they'll be grading it so one grader can work with several locations during the same day. Back with more after this.
As you invest your time and resources into another planting season, the Ohio Soybean Council is right there with you, investing in the future of your farm. Your takeoff contribution helps the Ohio Soybean Council drive demand for every bushel of beans grown right here in Ohio. Whether it's through new product innovations or expanding into new markets, they work on your behalf to ensure profitable future. Because the only thing better than growing soybeans is selling soybeans. Visit soyohio.org to see all the ways the Ohio Soybean Council is invested in your future. That's soyohio.org.
Time now for the Midday Market Analysis provided by Leist Mercantile and sponsored by Brandt, helping growers take control for over 70 years.
This is Ryan Metzger with Leist Mercantile providing you with your technical outlook for today. July 25 corn futures has the first level of support at $4.46 and the first level of resistance at $4.52. July 25 soybean futures has the first level of support at $10.42 and the first level of resistance at $10.60. July 25 wheat futures has the first level of support at $5.17 and the first level of resistance at $5.30. Please visit our website, licemercantile.com, to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
And thanks, Ryan. Today's market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. July corn up 3 at 4.52 3/4. December up 3 at 4.45. July beans up 16 1/4 at 10.68. November up 17 1/4 at 10.47 1/4 cent. July wheat up 4 1/4 at 5.26. September up 3 1/2 at 5.40. June cattle up $1.70 at $216.37. May lean hogs $90.87, up 50. Feeder cattle up more than $3. This is the Ohio AgNet.